"Why have you taken my master's cup?" The brothers were shocked. "We would never do such a thing." One by one, their sacks were opened. Then the silver cup was found, inside Benjamin's sack. The brothers stood speechless. With heavy hearts, the brothers turned back. No one spoke. No one blamed Benjamin. Once again, they found themselves returning to Egypt, but this time, fear walked beside them. Before long, the brothers stood once again before the ruler of Egypt, but gone was the joy they had felt the day before. Now they stood in silence, waiting for his judgment. Joseph looked at them quietly. "The man with the cup shall remain here." The others were free to go, but how could they leave Benjamin behind? Then Judah stepped forward, and with a trembling voice, he began to speak. He spoke of their father and of the sorrow that had followed their family for years. "Please, my lord," Judah said, "let me remain here instead of the boy. Please let Benjamin return home. I cannot bear to see my father's sorrow again." As Judah spoke, Joseph's heart was deeply moved. At last, he knew his brothers had changed. Years of pain came rushing back, and Joseph could hold back no longer. He turned away and gave a command. "Everyone, leave the room." Then Joseph broke down and wept. His brothers still did not know who stood before them. Through his tears, Joseph looked at his brothers. At last, he spoke. "I am Joseph," he said. "Is my father still alive?" The brothers stood frozen. They could not believe what they were hearing. Seeing their fear, Joseph stepped closer. "Do not be afraid," he said. "You sold me into Egypt, but God sent me ahead of you. What you meant for evil, God used for good." Then Joseph embraced Benjamin, and both brothers wept together. One by one, Joseph embraced his brothers, and peace returned to the family. Soon, Pharaoh heard the news, and he welcomed Joseph's family to Egypt. Wagons and supplies were prepared. The journey home could begin. Far away in Canaan, Jacob waited without knowing the news. At last, his sons returned, and they said, "Joseph is alive." At first, Jacob could hardly believe it. The son he had mourned was alive. But when he saw the wagons from Egypt, hope returned to his heart. Without delay, Jacob gathered his family, and together they began the journey to Egypt. Back in Egypt, Joseph waited eagerly. His father was coming. Then the long-awaited day arrived, and Joseph hurried to meet him. Through the dust of the road, father and son saw each other again. For years they had been separated. Now they were together again. Through every trial, God had never left Joseph. What others meant for evil, God used for good, and every promise he made came true.